Aloha, greetings. I had to get in the flow right now, so no, I didn't have to get in it, but I wanted to, and I got to. So before I get a little bit sidetracked on the energy, I'm sitting in this beautiful place, and I had this vision that was about ancient civilizations and about archaeology. History can be changed, just so you know. They say that it can't, and they say that it can't because whoever it is, whatever it is that told that story, that actually conquered whatever it is that came before them, they decided they wanted to tell the story their way, and so they made history. So whoever it is that wins the fight basically gets to tell history. So the history that a lot of us have been told, including and especially me, I'm talking for myself, but I'm pretty sure a lot of us know the same history because we could repeat it to each other. Most in which is partially true. Not all of it's bullshit, but partially. It's mostly bullshit. You can find whatever. Anyways, the true is that there's always something that you can do about history, because if you actually simultaneously in this exact moment can transform your energy from an incoherent manner to a coherent manner, then whatever it is that's come before you actually gets changed simultaneously as soon as you make the change inside of yourself here in the now. So within this reality, how I'm speaking about it myself is that I had just sold an $1,100 wand right now, which is very interestingly, coincidentally, I knew I was going to sell it, but I didn't know I was going to sell it like right here, right now. I just knew that I needed to follow my heart and intuition today, and I needed to be willing to go deeper than I've ever gone before and actually, well, look at the beautiful bird flying by right there. I needed to just do what I do. And I don't know what I do. I just do what I do. I'm an artist. Just go with the flow. I don't ask myself those questions. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? I just know my intentions are pure, and so I want to have fun all the time, and I want to be able to meet cool people and eat good food and drink good water and go great places and have a great time. I mean, that's why I created the Golden Age Art Gallery. So as the Golden Age Art Gallery is my art gallery, I just sold this $1,100 wand sitting at the kava shop while I was building it, and I was making the rest of it, and it has a purple ball on the top of it. And the purple ball actually is a symbol of one of the orbs of Lemuria, and it was inspired by, I don't watch TV very often, but I was afforded Netflix for a little while, and I found a series on there that was Bureau of Magical Things. And in watching the Bureau of Magical Things, some crazy stuff happened, because in the very end of the last season, it was all about the orb of Lemuria and the Purple Lotus Temple. And the Purple Lotus Temple was supposedly a mythological temple that doesn't exist. So anyways, this temple does exist. So this Purple Lotus Temple exists, and in this Bureau of Magical Things, they were, the one thing that fueled it was the orb magic, and the orb magic happened to be the orb of Lemuria. So I'm making this wand, and there's a purple amethyst sphere that I put in the top of it, and it told me it was one of the orbs of Lemuria. Not the orb of Lemuria, one of the orbs of Lemuria. And so this purple Lemurian orb got put inside of it, and I'm building it, and this woman walks up today and she says, okay, I got to look at this guy's stuff. And so she comes and she looks at my stuff. And as she comes and she looks at my stuff, she's like, whoa, what are you working on? And I was like, okay, what I'm working on? Oh, you want to see that? Okay, so what I'm working on is this, one of the orbs of Lemuria. It's actually the violet flame of all-consuming discordant energy. It's one of the tantric flames that has been distributed throughout the earth, or in the solar system of the multiverse, to make sure that it was protected by all of those and that can vibrate with it and help create more harmony on the planet at this exact time that we're in right now. And so I told her this story about the violet and all of this, and then she like kind of stops for a second as the manager of the kava shop walks over, and she heard the story, and she's like, oh, that's interesting. I was like, she said, did you know that her daughter's name is Violet? And I was like, what? Your daughter's name is Violet? I didn't even know you had a daughter. No, I've never met you before. Of course I didn't know your daughter's name was Violet. So ultimately, that was a coincidence with the orb of Lemuria that was inspired by the Bureau of Magical Things, which is all about magic and how we're all guardians of that magic. And some of us can see it and can coexist and live together in harmony with it. And others of us, well, we see it and we try to take it and stomp it out. But the ultimate key is that you can never stomp out what it is that it is, because it is that. It's called magic for a reason. So as we transfer our energies into a more coherent, harmonious magic, I've been able to build certain metaphysical devices and ankhs that are reminders for all beings out there that what you've been told isn't necessarily the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God, or you're going to hell, or some bullshit. So this lady who bought the wand, she said, so I asked her what she was into and what her husband was into, and like what did they do? You know, what kind of world were they in? And Anyway, she said, well, you know, my husband, he's like, he's well, he's kind of, he's a little bit down the rabbit hole, if you could say it that way. He doesn't really believe all of the stuff that, you know, that they tell you. That he doesn't believe that that's all there is, you know, that there's got to be something else. So he's really been lately just trying to, I was like, oh, uncover ancient civilizations. Oh, you mean one of the, that he might have been a part of, and things that he was told that didn't exist, or maybe he never even was told that. Maybe he just was told a certain narrative, and then he just only believed that. And then it came to a point where that narrative actually fell apart because it's bullshit. Bullshit. Belief system. Bullshit. Belief systems. All of us have them, including me. These belief systems actually are what it is that create our ability to perceive and see life and actually create it outside of ourselves, which is really inside of ourselves. It's all a hologram. And the hologram really responds to your epigenetic awareness through neuroscience and what it is that you're going to do, like repeatable science, neuro, in the hacking of our brain's ability to consciously then make our reality, believe our reality, and then live in that reality, and then so much so that we can share that reality with others that then in return believe that reality, and then iron sharpens iron, and then you know what happens then is we create a whole entire religion or a whole entire whatever this earth is, where everybody believes in whatever they believe in and whatever they believe in it. And so for me as an artist, I don't believe in anything. If I were to believe in anything as a belief system, I believe that all belief systems are just that, systems of belief, and they can be changed, they can be altered and hacked. So whatever it is that's there is, I believe that I have no beliefs. And if I have a belief right now, the only belief I have is that my reality that I'm living in right now, it can change. So I'm open to that. I'm not going to tell you that I know how it is, I know how it's always going to be, because I don't. I can't tell you I've even known how it has been, because I didn't even really remember, because I didn't pay attention, because I'm living in the now. I am living in the now. I'll continue living in the now. And yes, leave no trace, so don't make a fucking mess behind you and just go forward thinking you can live in the now. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in your minds, hearts, souls, bodies, and all of the things you do. Be coherent, be calm, be blessed. And remember, yes, like this lady said, he's into making sure, he's like, it's not all what they tell us it is. And I'm like, yeah, they don't tell you all of what it is, because they don't know. Because without you adding what you know into the whole entire film, excuse me, there would be no great play. So all of us are within the great play. We're all characters in our own movies, if you will. And this is the great movie of life, and we're on the stage. In fact, this is the sacred stage, and I'm Sebastian Soulshine Flow, your intergalactic time-traveling genie and an undercover archaeologist, uncovering the divine secrets that are written within our DNA's codes through the dodeca time wave collapse into Planck length and time as it multiplies and divides itself through the golden meaning frequencies and the divine ratios and the proportions of how all angles and dimensions coexist within the archangel known as Metatron. And as Metatron blinks within the eye of the infinite magic of the Shekinah, Sri Yantra spinning mandala within the holographic reality of this fractal protobating infinitely inwardly and outwardly simultaneously as my breath breathes me and my heart in the rhythm and then beats with you, and your heart in the rhythm with the beats of all the rhythms are, because in divine harmony there's always harmony. That's the number one thing that I believe in and know that there will always be, no matter what. So I'm here to show you and to tell you and to remind you that it's not what you've been told. Not all of them what you've been told. It's not just that. It's all what I've been told and all of us have been told, all put together, and it's going to be more than that, because the all that is, all that has been, and all that will ever be is still becoming and creating and giving, and well, the story goes on. So I'll see you in the next one.